Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. In today's tutorial I will show you how to do this baby hat for a 0 to 3 month baby. We're using the extended single crochet stitch for the body of the hat and a brim, a double brim. As you can see, it's nice and thick, and we're going to be using red heart yarn. It's a number 4 yarn, and I'm going to be using a 4.5mm crochet hook. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do for our brim is I have 13 chains here, and we're going to work slip stitches in each of these chains. So on the second chain from the hook, we're going to work our first slip stitch, just like that. On the second chain, we're going to do the same, and we're going to do the same thing for each of these chains. So at the end, we should have 12 slip stitches. So just like that, slip stitch on each of these chains. It's the same brim that I have used on all my baby hats. It's just that this one is going to be double, that's why we're doing it longer. Okay, so one last one here. So for the second row, which is going to turn and work another slip stitch on each of these stitches. And that's how you do it. So continue in this manner until you have your brim that measures about 13 inches. Okay, I have my brim completed. It measures 13 inches, and now what we're going to do is we're going to join both ends, and to do that I'm going to insert my hook here on this first stitch. I'm going to grab this loop and introduce it in the front, chain one. Again, I'm going to insert my hook again back into that same space, and now I'm going to grab the back loop of this first stitch, which is this one here. Okay, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Okay, again, repeat it on the second stitch on the back again, and do a slip stitch. And again, there we go. There we go. Okay, this is the same thing that we have done in all of my hat patterns. It's the same technique. I just love this brim. It's very stretchy, and it goes back to its form when you pull it, so it doesn't stretch out. Okay, there we go. I'm almost there. Two more. And the last one here. And make sure you find this one here, because it tends to hide, and work our last stitch. And this is how it looks. It looks nice and even. Okay, now that we have both sides joined, we're going to chain one, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do this to the brim so that it's double. I like the way that this looks once it's done this way. The brim is nice and thick and a lot warmer. Okay, so once we have that, I'm going to turn, and I'm going to, if you see, it's in this, the loop is in the back. I'm going to insert my hook here in this first space that's right where the other stitch is. This is where we joined, and this is where we joined in the back. So I'm just going to grab this loop and introduce it in the front like this, and chain one, but immediately in the same two loops I'm going to work a single crochet like this, and then I'm going to work another single crochet in the next space, which is this one here, single crochet, and then in between, we're working in between the stitches, that this bumpy stitch, if you notice, there's right here, we're going to work a single crochet, and then again single crochet. We're grabbing both loops, the front and the back, and work a single crochet. Okay, then the next two, work a single crochet, we're going to work this row in this manner until you come to the end. So I'll meet you there. Okay, I'm here at the end. I did my last. I cut my yarn because what we're going to do now here is I'm just going to join with a slip stitch to the beginning or to the first single crochet and work past my yarn through that stitch, because this is where we're going to change color to the red, and this is what it looks like. This is your brim. Okay, so here what we're going to do is introduce our next color, which is the red. I have a loop in my red so that it's easier for me to put it through here on the first. So with this now here on my hook, I'm going to work a chain, and in that same space right here I'm going to work my first extended single crochet. And an extended single crochet, if you know what it is, you insert your hook in that same stitch, pull up a loop, and pull through one loop, and then pull through two loops. That's the extended single crochet. And then again, I'll show you. Insert your hook, pull up a loop. There we go. One loop out, and then two. And then again, insert your hook, pull up a loop, take one out, take two out. Insert your hook, one loop, two loops out. That's how you're going to do this first row. Very easy. I'll show you what it looks like on the back. It's a very pretty stitch. This is what it looks in the front. You see there's this little, like a little knot in the front, and then in the back, this is what it looks like. Okay, so continue in this manner, doing this stitch, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what the next step is. Okay, I made it here to the end of this row. I have 49 extended single crochets. So if I close here, or if I start my new row here, there's this big gap here, and I don't like that, so I'm just going to do one more extended single crochet. And so now I have 50 extended single crochets for this first row. So what we're going to do now is just join here, but we're not going to join with a slip stitch. We're just going to join and make another extended single crochet, because from now on we're just going to work a continuous round. Okay, so on the next one I'm going to do another one, and on the next one. So we're going to continue in this manner until you have the size that you want for your hat. Maybe I would say about 5 or 6 inches. So we're going to continue, and I will meet you here at the end or at the beginning again to show you what it looks like once we just continue around just one more time so that you can see what it looks like. And I'm also going to put this marker here just so that it shows me where my rounds begin. Okay, so I will see you back again here to show you what the next step is. Okay, I've made it here to the end. As you can see, this is the beginning of my round. So here we're just going to work a normal extended single crochet and then continue on to the next stitch. There's no need for you to join with a slip stitch or anything. It's just a continuous round all the way. So I will meet you at the end once we're done to show you what we need to do once it's done to close up our hat. So I'll see you then. Okay, I'm here at the end. This is what it looks like. I have 4.5 inches, so 4.5 inches from here to here. So now we're going to start working our reduction rows. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, take one loop out. We have 2 on our hook. Insert your hook on the next stitch, pull up a loop. We have 3, take one out. Now we have 3 loops and close. Insert your hook on the next one, just do a normal extended single crochet. In the next 2 stitches we're going to work another reduction. So pull up a loop, take one loop out, we have 2 loops, insert your hook, pull up a loop, take one loop, we have 3 loops on our hook, and close. Again, insert your hook on the next one. This one's going to be a normal extended single crochet, but on the next 2 we're going to work reduction stitch like this. Okay, so this is what we're going to do for this row. I recommend putting a stitch marker where we began, so that way we know where it ends. So I'll meet you here at the end to show you what the next step is. Okay, I'm here at the end. So this row, I've moved my stitch marker up, so we're just going to work this row in just a normal row like we've been working. Normal extended single crochets all around this row. So work in this manner, and I will meet you at the end to show you what the next step is for the next row. Okay, I made it here at the end. Now we're going to work this row in another reduction. So the first one we're going to do a reduction stitch. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, close one loop. We have 2 loops on our hook. Insert your hook on the next one, pull up a loop, take 1 loop out. We have 3 loops and close. Now in the next stitch we're just going to work a normal extended single crochet, but on the next 2 stitches we're going to work a reduction stitch, just like this. Okay, so you're going to continue in this manner for this row until you come to the end, and I will show you what to do for the next row. Okay, I'm here at the end, so now what we're going to do for this next row is we're just going to work a normal extended single crochet all around. We're not going to do any reduction stitches or anything, just work the same stitch all the way around your extended single crochet all the way around. So I will meet you here at the end to show you what the next step is. Okay, I made it here to the end, and I don't think I'm going to continue doing any more rounds. It measures 6 inches, and I think it's the perfect size for a baby. So here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to join to the beginning of this previous row with a slip stitch. I already cut my yarn and just pass this through that stitch. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close, but first I'm going to take off my stitch marker. I don't need it anymore, and we're just going to weave this yarn through the top, just like I've done with all my other hat videos. So, oops, and I forgot to do a little loop here to tie my hat, so there we go. Okay, so we're just going to weave this yarn every other stitch, just like this. This. And I think I have one more right there. I'm going to close it on the other side, so I'm just going to flip it like this, and I'm going to pull my yarn to close that hole, just like that. And with this loop, I'm just going to tie it, cut your yarn, weave your ends, and hide them. But let me show you what it looks like. This is what the top of the hat looks like. There we go. And this is what the baby hat looks like once it's all done. I think it came out pretty cute. Here's our finished hat. As you can see, it looks pretty cute with the pom-pom on. I also wanted to show you that I'm working on a pair of mittens. I will show you how to do these in another tutorial. But for now, this has been today's tutorial. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.